Welcome to Courtney's Talk, and as you know, I'm Courtney. 2024 election is coming up November 5th, so when we go out and vote. I wanted to do some early voting, but I live in St. Louis, Missouri. And you can, but I think I missed the time. I wanted to go ahead and get it out the way. Bringing the election up makes me think about what President Barack Hussein Obama said to a room full of younger black men. I think a majority of people have seen it now, and that was a backfire situation. I don't know the exact words he said, okay? But it was a talk down. It wasn't good. It was like, why did y'all send this man out to talk down to these black men about how you're planning to vote? I apologize. That's not any of your business. And I can't lie. I was a bit like looking at two of the black men that were standing kind of behind him, and they were just shaking their head like, right, what he's saying. Because he had made a statement that I'm seeing more black men aren't coming out like you did for me. And I don't know what you're getting at. Like, if you don't want to vote for a black woman, come out and support a black woman. Look. In my opinion, I don't feel like you should vote because of race. I feel like you should vote the issue. And I'm voting my bank account. Kamala Harris, Vice President Harris, is part of this administration right now. And this administration right now, the last close to 3.5 years have not been good for a majority of Americans. And to play the game and act like it has been good, come on. It really has not. I'm just saying that wasn't cool what President Obama did. I did not appreciate that as a woman. And yes, as a black woman, I didn't like that. Hey, that's just, for me, not going to work. When my husband saw it, I first presented the video to him. He heard it, but he didn't pay attention to it. Then he went back and looked at it without me being around. I did not, like he said, you did not prime me to say anything. I wasn't like, look at what he said. I did just say, I want you to watch this and hear what he had to say to these black men. And he watched it on his own, and he was like, you know, I do not appreciate this whatsoever. Now, I didn't know that my husband had planned not to even vote. I didn't say anything, but he had made a statement. He said, so him doing that didn't do anything but make sure I go out and vote. And make sure I do not vote for this person. For as
Vice President Harris.
Again, that was a backfire. And to be honest with you, it's not because our household has a problem with President Trump. I've never seen or heard this man say anything racial as the Democrat Party puts out. I haven't. He talks hyperbolic and he talks off the top of the dome. He's not very scripted, and I do think that is something that bothers people. Even though he's a politician more now, he just doesn't have that super polished thing about himself. And I'm gonna be honest, when he was in office, the 4 years he was there, there was no financial issues. And it's a blessing. My husband and I are not struggling financially, but every bill but one in our household went up. Even our mortgage went up due to inflation. I know people that are struggling, you know, to make the rent, to make their mortgage. This stuff is not cool. Do I think when or if Donald Trump was to step in office and the change of power would happen, do I think everything would just be miraculously changed? No, I don't. Because this last 4 years has been, we're not fully into the 4th year, but this has been some wild stuff. It really has. I saw the full throttle change. His second month in office, talking about Joe Biden, President Biden, when I went to the grocery store, because our bills didn't instantly change, but when I went to the grocery store, my husband had looked at the credit card bill, and he was like, what is going on? That was like an extra $200. And I told him, I said, you see, I bought the same exact things that I usually buy. I said, I told you that the prices have skyrocketed. And he was like, dang. And he noticed it for himself when he went to buy something. And he was like, what in the world? I told him, I said, yeah, I told you that things have gone up. You saw it with the gas, but he didn't really trip off of it. But I'm saying something about the gas almost twice a week. Like, what in the world? And I'm noticing right now, the gas prices have gone down. Here in St. Louis, we came from close to $4 a tank to now $2.98 or 89 cents. That's pretty decent. And I'm like, what is going on? And I saw somebody on a podcast talking about that they believe that's because the election was coming up. And I said, okay, so you can bring down the prices for an election to make yourself look good. All I know is interesting. The last 2 months, the prices have been down. And I do wonder, are they going to stay down as far as the gas prices? But yeah, I just wanted to stop it and talk about that. I just feel like carting President Obama out to talk down to black men, that wasn't smart. Because I've seen a lot of people on the internet not happy about that. And now it's starting to go into mainstream media where the talking heads are even talking about that. And when they have regular everyday people, if they talk to them, that's the subject now. So yeah, that wasn't smart. That wasn't smart to come talk down to a group of people, and in my opinion, I already feel some way about the Democrat Party. I just do. I just feel like they pop out every 4 years to make false promises to the black community. I've been over that, and I'm gonna be for real. I'm happy that more black people are tired of that. Like, yeah, I'm hearing men and women, black, starting to talk about that. And like I told my husband, I said, I'm really happy that our people are starting to see these people ain't trying to help the black community. And if you're a black politician, I'm not saying all of them don't want to help. I'm just saying some of them don't. A lot of them don't. We got to do something different. I'm just saying. But anyway, I just want to stop in and talk about that. So, do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next one.